Look into my eyes now, Leo. Not just with your physical gaze, but with the eyes of your soul. There is something I must tell you, something your heart has always suspected, something your spirit has whispered to you in silent moments. It's time you understand once and for all why you've always felt different. Why, even in a room full of people, there's been a quiet knowing deep within you that you were never quite like the rest. Why you've always carried this invisible fire inside you, burning with a silent promise, a promise that you were born for something more. And you were. This isn't ego. This isn't fantasy. This isn't wishful thinking. What you feel inside of you, that certainty that refuses to go away, is truth. An ancient truth. You didn't come here to fit in. You came here to stand out, to stand tall, to stand strong. You came here to awaken what lies dormant in others, simply by being fully awake yourself. For so long, you may have questioned this inner knowing. Maybe you tried to suppress it. Maybe you told yourself you were just imagining things, that you were being dramatic, unrealistic, too intense, too much. Maybe people told you to be more humble, more normal, more subdued. But nothing ever silenced that voice inside of you, the one that said, you were made for greatness. And now, Leo, it's time to finally listen. You see, you are not like everyone else, not because you are better, but because you were built differently, forged differently. Your soul carries the fire of centuries. Within you lives the culmination of every hardship your ancestors endured, every victory they claimed, every tear they shed, every mountain they moved. You are the living embodiment of their prayers, the torchbearer of their strength, the answer to dreams whispered into the stars by those who came before you. You may have never met them, never seen their faces, but their blood flows through your veins and their strength beats within your chest. And it's not just metaphorical, it's real. It's energetic. It's measurable. Anyone sensitive enough to feel energy knows the moment you walk into a room, there is something different about you, something powerful, something radiant. There is no accident here. You were not sent into this world randomly. The timing of your birth, the placement of your spirit within this body, this lifetime, it was all intentional. Because the world, right now, needs your kind of strength. The kind that is unshakable, even in storms. The kind that doesn't scream to be seen, but simply shines so brightly it cannot be ignored. The kind that brings others home to themselves just by being near you. You are that kind of strong, Leo. But maybe you've forgotten. Or maybe you've never been given the permission to truly remember. Maybe you've been so focused on surviving, on fitting in, on staying safe, that you forgot what it feels like to stand in the full light of your own power. But that ends now. This moment marks the turning point. This moment is a homecoming. Can you feel it? There's a stirring in your chest, isn't there? A quiet rumble beneath the surface. It's not anxiety, it's not fear. It's your soul waking up. It's the memory of who you really are, rising from deep within. It's your lineage, your truth, your destiny, beginning to unfold in you, through you, as you. This strength that lives in you is ancient. It is sacred. It has nothing to prove and yet everything to offer. It's the kind of strength that doesn't ask for permission. It simply is. And it's time, Leo. It's time to stop questioning if you're enough, if you're ready, if you're worthy. You are. You always have been. And now, the world is ready for you to step forward, not as someone who hopes to become something great, but as someone who already is. So take a breath, stand tall, and let this truth settle into every cell of your being. You were born different because you were born destined. You were born powerful because generations of souls have built their dreams into your foundation. You were born with a light that no shadow can dim. And no matter how long it's taken, no matter how many times you've doubted, the time has finally come to rise. This is the beginning of a deeper remembering, the beginning of your real story. And you, Leo, are ready. Think about your bloodline for a moment, Leo. Not just your parents or grandparents, but the long, unbroken line of souls that stretches far behind you, centuries deep, generations wide. Close your eyes and imagine them standing there, shoulder to shoulder, watching you. Every one of them survived something. Every one of them endured storms you'll never have to face. Wars, losses, heartbreaks, hunger, exile, silence, shame, injustice. And they didn't just survive. They pushed forward. They chose to continue. They chose life. And in doing so, they passed something down. They passed it to you. You are not the beginning. You are the culmination. You are the moment when all of their strength, their resilience, their courage, and their fire converged into a single vessel, a single soul strong enough to carry it all. That soul is yours. This isn't just poetic. It's energetic reality. Each time they overcame, they added a thread to the fabric of your spirit. Each act of courage deposited a layer of strength in your spiritual DNA. And all of Idolivitis, alive in you now, you've likely felt it before, haven't you? That strange pressure in your chest when you face adversity, like something powerful rises up in you. Like a fire you didn't ignite but has always been there, ready to burn brighter when you need it most. That's not adrenaline. That's ancestral memory. That's the strength of hundreds living inside of you. You are not weak, Leo. Even on the days you feel uncertain or overwhelmed, even when life has pushed you to your knees, you are the strongest person your lineage has ever produced. Spiritually, emotionally, even physically. And it's not because your ancestors were less. It's because they built you brick by brick, prayer by prayer, sacrifice by sacrifice. You are the result of their choices, their endurance, and their refusal to break. And that means you were never meant to live a small, quiet life. You weren't created to hide. You weren't sent here to just blend in. You are here to carry the torch, to take everything they've given and use it in ways they could never dream of. They planted the seeds. You are the harvest. So the weight you feel sometimes, that sense of pressure to do more, be more, create more, it's not a burden. It's a calling. It's your soul recognizing that you were made to build on what came before, not bury it. You're not supposed to crumble under that weight. You're supposed to rise with it. You are the moment they all worked for. So when life tests you, when you feel the doubt creeping in, I want you to pause and remember this. There are voices behind you, whispers in the spirit cheering you on. You are not alone. You never have been. Every heartbeat you carry is connected to the ones that came before. And all of them are rooting for you to remember who you really are. The torch is in your hands now, Leo. You are not just a part of your family's story. You are the most powerful chapter yet. You've carried this strength inside you for years, haven't you, Leo? Even if you couldn't name it, even if no one else could see it the way you did, you always felt it. That quiet certainty in your chest, that if life ever truly demanded it, you could rise. You could do the impossible. You could endure what others could not. You didn't need applause. You didn't need permission. There was just this knowing deep, unwavering that something powerful was waiting inside you. And now, that time has come. This isn't just a season. It's not just a phase. This is the moment your spirit has been preparing for. You are not becoming strong, you are remembering your strength. You are stepping into it fully, finally, completely. The power that once flickered beneath the surface now demands to be lived out loud. No more hiding, no more shrinking to make others comfortable. No more pretending to be unsure when your soul is certain. And you've known it for a long time. You've felt yourself holding back. You've dimmed your light in rooms where it could have illuminated everything. You've softened your voice when it could have led others forward. You've questioned your worth even when your spirit was screaming, you were made for more. That inner conflict, the restlessness, the frustration, the aching for something bigger, it wasn't because you were lost. It was because you were resisting what you already are. You weren't out of alignment with life. You were out of alignment with yourself, with your purpose, with your power. And now, life is calling you back to it. Can you feel it? That pulse in your chest, that fire in your belly, that clarity returning to your mind, that's not just motivation. That's ancient memory. That's the echo of every time you rose before, every time you fell and got back up, every time you were counted out and yet showed up stronger. That's your soul reactivating the blueprint it was born with. You were never meant to be just another person in the crowd. Your presence changes the temperature in a room. Your energy speaks before you even say a word. And when you choose to stop holding back, everything around you begins to shift because you are a force. A living, breathing reminder of what it looks like to be both powerful and whole. So let it rise now. Let the strength you've buried come to the surface. Let the world feel what you've always known. You are not here to be small. This is the moment your power steps forward, not as a weapon, not as dominance, but as truth, as presence, as radiance. Because your strength, Leo, isn't something you have to chase. It's something you are, and it's time. The strength you carry, Leo, is unlike anything most people will ever understand. It doesn't just sit on the surface. It moves through you on every level. Mind, body, heart, and soul. It's not loud. It doesn't need to be. Because real power doesn't scream. It radiates. It vibrates. It alters the air around you. Let's talk about this strength, not just in words, but in essence. Because you've probably noticed over and over again that people react to you in ways you can't always explain. You walk into a room, and suddenly the mood shifts. Conflict softens. Confusion clears. People feel steadier, stronger, safer, just because you're there. It's not about what you say. It's about what you are. And you've seen it those moments where your presence alone brought comfort, where your silence said more than words ever could, where others look to you instinctively, searching your face for direction, strength, reassurance. They don't always know why, but you do. Because deep down, you've always known there's something ancient moving through you, something greater than your personality, your name, your story, something eternal. This strength is not just physical, though it can be. You may have been told you're tireless, that your energy feels limitless when you're aligned, and emotionally well, you've carried weights others couldn't. You've held space for chaos without falling apart. You've absorbed pressure like it was a natural part of the day. You've walked through storms with grace on your face and thunder in your chest. But the deepest part of your strength, the part that defines you, is spiritual. It's your ability to hold light in the darkest of spaces. It's the way you believe in people when they've stopped believing in themselves. It's the way you carry faith, not because life is easy, but because your soul remembers what can't be shaken. It's that unexplainable, something that makes people feel more alive when they're near you. Not inspired by performance, but by presence. And that presence is sacred, Leo. There have been times in your life when you've tapped into this power without even trying. When you solved problems that felt too big to tackle. When you were calm in moments others panicked. When your words didn't just comfort, they shifted energy. Those weren't coincidences. Those were moments of remembrance. Your soul, reaching out through time, anchoring the power it's always held. This strength is not meant to be stored away. It's not something you're supposed to keep hidden, hoping no one will notice. No, it's meant to be lived, embodied, activated. Because every time you choose to stand in it, you don't just change your own life, you change the room, the atmosphere, the people, the world around you. You've been given a gift that doesn't fade with time. It grows. The more you use it, the deeper it becomes. The more you share it, the stronger it gets. And the beautiful part is it's not yours alone. It flows through you, but it belongs to something greater. A force that chose you because your heart is strong enough to carry it with grace, not ego. With love, not fear. With wisdom, not control. So, stop questioning whether you're strong enough. You are the strength. And the more you allow yourself to embody it without apology, the more powerful its effects will be not just for you, but for everyone blessed to walk beside you. Let's go deeper now, Leo, into the very core of your being. Because the strength you carry doesn't manifest in the same way for everyone born under your sign. There's a divine uniqueness to the way your power expresses itself, shaped by the exact moment your soul chose to arrive in this world. And understanding that expression, it will awaken something ancient in you. If you were born between the 23rd of July and the 3rd of August, your strength is rooted in leadership. You are a natural commander not because you demand authority, but because others feel safer when you're in charge. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to prove yourself. People just follow you. It's instinctual. They sense your clarity, your courage, your unshakable presence. You are the foundation others build on. The one who lights the way when the road ahead is dark. Your gift is vision, direction, assurance. You carry the spirit of pioneers, founders, those who begin movements that ripple through time. If your soul chose to arrive between the 4th of August and the 12th of August, your strength pulses through creativity. You are the spark in the darkness, the artist, the alchemist, the visionary who sees not just what is, but what could be and brings it to life. Your ideas are not ordinary. They are vibrant, alive, rich with energy. And when you act on them, you change the atmosphere around you. People feel more alive in your presence because your energy reminds them what beauty looks like, what inspiration feels like. You turn emptiness into expression, silence into song, shadows into color. Your strength is not loud, but it is unmistakably transformative. And if you were born between the 13th of August and the 22nd of August, your strength is deeply spiritual. You are the healer, the guide, the one whose energy lifts others without effort. You walk into a room and raise its vibration just by being there. When someone is in pain, they are drawn to you not for answers, but for presence. You hold space in a way that feels divine. You make others feel seen, held, understood without judgment, without pressure. Your power is gentle, but it is profound. It's the kind of energy that restores what's been broken and breathes life into what was fading. You carry the gift of transformation, not through force, but through sacred stillness. Different expressions, yes, but all part of the same flame. Because no matter when you were born during Leo's season, one truth remains. You are the heir of a force that has been refined through lifetimes. And that force has chosen you to carry it now, not just for yourself, but for the world. And here's what makes your power so rare. You didn't just receive it by accident. You earned it. Through lifetimes of choices, through lessons learned the hard way, through courage proven again and again, your soul has shown it is ready. Ready to hold power without being consumed by it. Ready to lead without needing to control. Ready to shine without needing to dim anyone else's light. So ask yourself, Leo, do you feel it now? Do you feel the weight of that legacy, not as a burden but as a privilege? Do you feel the sacredness of your role in this life, in this moment in human history? Because the truth is, the strength you carry is not only real, it's needed, and you've been chosen to awaken it, not someday in the future, but now. This is who you are, the leader, the creator, the healer, and sometimes all three at once. And now, Leo, it's time we speak the truth you've always felt, but maybe never dared to fully accept. You were not born to be quiet. You were not born to hide behind softer voices or smaller dreams. You were not born to dim your light for the comfort of others. You were born to lead, to shine, to inspire. This isn't arrogance. This isn't ego. This is remembrance. Because when you try to be less than what you are, when you try to shrink yourself to fit into boxes never meant for you, something inside of you begins to break. That discomfort, you've felt the unease, the tension, the frustration is not you being difficult. It's your soul screaming, stop pretending to be small. And here's the deeper truth. You've tried, haven't you? You've tried to be normal, to be humble in ways that were really just self-denial. You've tried to blend in, to not intimidate, to silence that burning power in your chest, and yet it never worked. Because you can't hide the sun, you can't mute a force of nature, you can't wear a mask for too long before your true light starts tearing through the seams. And that light? It's not meant to blind. It's meant to guide. There is nothing too much about you. There is only truth, radiant, unapologetic truth. When you speak with conviction, people listen. When you step forward, others follow. Not because you demand it, but because your energy commands it. You carry the kind of presence that gives others permission to rise. That's the power of true leadership. It doesn't force, it awakens. But here's the part many don't understand. Leadership isn't always glamorous. It's not about applause or attention. It's about responsibility. And your soul knew this before you came into this life. That's why it volunteered. That's why your energy is different. You've been entrusted with something sacred and inner force that grows stronger the more you give it away. Because the power you carry, Leo, does not diminish when shared. It multiplies. When you lift someone, you don't lose strength, you gain it. When you inspire others to find their voice, your own voice becomes clearer. When you shine without shame, you make it easier for everyone around you to step into their own brilliance. You were born to go first, not for the sake of being first, but so others could follow. You are the one who says, "It's okay to be seen. It's safe to be strong. It's beautiful to be bold." So stop apologizing for who you are. Stop watering down your truth to make it easier for others to swallow. Stop doubting your Einstein, your voice, your brilliance. You are not here to take up less space. You are here to own your space, so others can remember they're allowed to own theirs too. And the most incredible part? The world has been waiting for you to rise. Even those who couldn't name it, even those who didn't understand it, they felt it. Your presence, your power, your potential. They've always sensed you were meant for something more. And now, Leo, so do you. So now, Leo, we arrive at the threshold. The moment where everything you've ever known, everything you've ever felt rising quietly within you finally stands fully revealed. There is no more room for doubt. No more need to question your worth, your calling, or your strength. Because the truth has already been living inside you this entire time. You were never waiting for permission. You were only waiting for remembrance. And now you remember. You remember that you are not just a person passing through time. You are the living echo of countless ancestors, the sacred flame of a lineage that refused to be broken. You are the culmination of generations who dreamed of this exact moment when their power would be awakened in someone strong enough, brave enough, radiant enough to carry it forward. You are that someone. So as you stand here now, ask yourself, what will you do with this power? How will you honor the force that flows through your blood, your breath, your spirit? How will you lead, not with noise or dominance, but with the quiet, undeniable strength of truth? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to show up real, raw, unhidden. Because the world is not looking for perfect leaders anymore. It's looking for honest ones, brave ones, soulful ones. You. And you are not alone in this. All across the world, other Leos just like you are hearing the same call, waking up to the same power, stepping into the same light. You are not isolated. You are part of a divine network, an energetic pride of lions rising together. And every time you choose to embrace your strength, you give silent permission to another Leo to rise beside you. Can you feel that? The heart of the lion beating in your chest, not just with pride, but with purpose. This is what you were made for. Not to impress, but to impact. Not to dominate, but to elevate. Not to be followed blindly, but to lead with light. So take one last breath with me now and feel that truth settle in. You are the strongest your family has ever known. Spiritually, physically, energetically. Not because you are more worthy than those before you, but because they prepared the way for you to rise higher than they ever could. And now you must. Because the world needs your leadership, your heart, your fire. Let it burn. Let it shine. Let it speak without hesitation. Let your very presence remind others of what it means to live boldly, to love deeply, and to lead with soul. No more hiding. No more shrinking. No more waiting. The time is now. And Leo, you are ready.